blue building is the closest victim to Edgewater County. You'll take the pathway through and you're going to start at the very back of Albuquerque. Now the blue building, the very first exhibit are 3 Nebraska monkeys. Now there's a brand new baby in there. The baby was born on May 4th. It is 3 months old, a little gold baby. And then the next exhibit, it says it's closed. But they moved him right here behind the African chair. It is a little muskrat deer. It stands about 13 inches tall. He is full grown, and his name is Tank. Now when Tank gets scared, he is also known as a barking deer. He will bark just like a dog, and he does have canines. Now the third exhibit, that's our Chip Springer antelope. We have a brand new baby. The baby's about 11 days old, born on the 19th, Friday, about 9:10 in the morning. A little baby Chip Springer antelope. And then you'll head right up over the bridge to find our hippo family of 4. There's a baby hippo a little over a year old, weighing in at 1,000 pounds at 1 year old. His name is Grim. And then the Red River dog, that's Gable, 2 hyenas and 1 cheetah. A large double window coming up. The back of our 3 beautiful African hunting dogs. They are calicoed in color, coyote in size. They are canines, unlike the hyenas. They're all hiding in the left-hand corner. We have 3 brothers, they're 9 years old. Their names are Growler, Digger, and Moosehead. Now the 10 chimpanzees, one of the twins is at the very top. Look up at the top. There's a little baby climbing on the wire, hanging right there in the middle. That's Jazzy and Rio. They're 14 months old. The other one just jumped off in the grass. Jazzy for the desert and Rio for the real brand. They're almost 15 months old. Now through the double gate, we're going to have 2 rhinos. There's going to be an adult female named Bertha. She's weighing in at 3,900 pounds. And then we're going to have our little adolescent male chopper. I call him little. When they brought him about 3.5 years ago, he weighed 300 pounds. They were feeding with a baby bottle. He's now 3 years old, weighing in at 3,000 pounds. Put on 2,800 pounds under 2 years. He will weigh about 45 to 5,000 as an adult male. Now the blue tanks, that's going to be our filtering system for our seal and our sea lions. It's going to keep that water at 65 degrees year round. Now on the other side of the wall, 340,000 gallons of salt water we provide daily. That's equivalent to half the size of an Olympic swimming pool. They'll have 2 feedings, one at 10:30, a second at 3:30. Enjoy. Now the next exhibit, a black-tailed prairie dog. There's 5 different species. 3 of them hibernate all winter. We chose the black-tail. There are 2 of the 5 that do not hibernate. We have a total of 20. There's 6 babies. The babies are about 3 months old. Right under the tree, we have about a half a dozen. Now we'll be coming up on the Cottonwood Cafe. You take the pathway in the front. It'll start you at our cougars, our bobcats, our jaguars, our snow leopards. You'll head up the hill, you'll find our polar bears, our wolves, our raptors, tropical America, 2 alligator crocodiles. You're going to find a baby howler monkey a little over a year old. And don't forget those 2 brand new African lions. We got the lions about 9 months ago. It is a brother and a sister. They're 2.5 years old and their names are Ken and Dixie. Now if you choose to go in and out of Africa, select it right here at the large log. We're going to have 6 zebras, our second agent exhibit at the top of the hill, the talking. Now we have an adult male and an adult female. The bloodline for a talking. Part sheep, part goat, and part muskox. Muskox is the closest relative. And then that brings you to the 5 giraffes. We're going to have an adult male named Buck, an adult female named June. Now, June has a baby boy in there. He had a birthday 2 weeks ago on the 17th. He is now 1 year old. His name is Cooney. Now, Cooney stands for number 10. That's Mom's 10 baby at our zoo. Now, they'll stand 17 feet tall, making it 3,000 pounds. Now, we only have 2 more days.
I'm pretty sure Eric could too.
I believe they
I saw something about
at 12 noon to 1:30, $2 to get a hand-feed giraffe Memorial Day through Labor Day. So we only have about 3 days left to feed the giraffe. 12 noon to 1:30. The pathway to our elephant watering hole. Coming up over the wall, the 2 Bactrian camels. Now we have an adult female, that's Betty, laying down. Our male Wilson is at the feeder. Now they come from Asia. They have the 2 humps. Now each of those humps is weighing in at 125 pounds of fat. They'll convert that fat to food and nutrients if food is not available. In the wild, they can go several months without any food or any water. Now when they drink, they'll drink over 30 gallons of water at one time. When they run, they can reach speeds at over 30 miles an hour. They are the Bactrian camels. I'll tell you a little more about them on the way back. We're now going to be heading to our elephant. We do have one of the largest elephant compounds in the whole United States. It's over 5.5 acres. Now we have 6 different yards that we rotate these elephants through all day and all night. Here at our zoo we have 4 girls and 2 boys. Looks like we have all of the girls in the front. They just brought them around. Now the 2 oldest, that's going to be Irene and Alice. They are 41 and 45. And then Mama Rosie. We're very, very proud of our Mama Rosie. Well, she was born right here at our zoo 23 years ago. And then her little daughter Jasmine right here on the left hand at the front. Well, she had a birthday on October 2nd. She is now 2.5 years old. So 2 of those girls are born here at the zoo, and Grandma is the mom, so that of Rosie, we have 3 generations of girls. Right here at yard 1, that's one of our boys, Albert. Samson will be at the back. Samson is the dad of our 2.5-year-old Jasmine. Now you'll notice Albert had the ivories. The girls don't have them. There's Samson at the back. He is the dad of Jasmine. Now only the boys grow the ivories. The girls do not. They're just going to grow a tiny short tooth. Unlike an African elephant, where both the boys and the girls do have the ivories. Now the Asian elephants, they have very little ears. African elephants, well, they have the very large ears, and the ears are the shape of Africa. Now all elephants have 100,000 muscles in their trunk alone. Now the reason that we have to rotate them all day and all night, well, an elephant's only going to sleep 4 hours. They're going to break that into a lot of little naps. So that means they're awake 20 hours every day of their life. 15 of those hours are going to be foraging for food. In the wild, they will walk over 50 miles in one day just foraging for food. We do got to wait on one of our trains heading out to the garden. That'll clear it for us to go through. Now that'll give me a little more time to tell you about them. Now we've got to keep them busy for over 15 hours. Normally it'd be 20, because that's what they're awake, but not here at our zoo. Well, I'm going to tell you on a few of the tricks. Like taking a big old pile of sand, you add it in the yard and in the barn. It now allows our elephants to lay down and sleep and get up a lot easier. Well, what that did, it took our elephants from only sleeping 4 hours. We are now breaking every world record. They're sleeping more than 8 hours. That's 4 hours longer than any elephant in the wild. And it's due to just a pile of sand. Well, that means they went from being awake 20 hours down to 15. Gotta keep them busy. When you see them rolling those large balls out there, those are a boomer ball. They're gonna pour about a quart of peanuts in them. They have to roll them around throughout the yard to get the peanuts to fall out. It'll help them exercise and forage for their food. that grandma. She'll walk up to that ball, put her trunk to the hole, roll real hard, chew all the peanuts on the ground and eat them. She don't have to roll that ball. Now we gotta hide a lot of fruits and vegetables out there. So they're gonna be foraging. You'll never ever believe what their most favorite vegetable is. It's an onion. They eat 75 pounds of onions every single week, each one of them. We go through 800 pounds of onions weekly. Now, even in the middle of the night, they're going to be awake for a little bit. They're awake 15 hours. Well, about 3 months ago, we used to have to feed them 6 times during the middle of the night with an electric feeder. Not anymore. Well, we invested in 9 brand new feeders. We're the very first zoo in the whole United States to try them out. Well, what they allow us to do, the keepers can go home in the middle of the night. They turn on their phone or their iPad. They watch yellow buttons on the live camera, hit a button, and it will feed them anytime they're hungry all night long. So they'll never have to wait for a meal again. You'll have a good 15 hours to enjoy them. That's the maintenance part of our zoo, our maintenance shop, our construction shop. The large hay barn, we keep 5 different kinds of hays here. We have over 70 different animal species here at the zoo that eat our hay and our grass. The little train station, we have 4 trains. We run 3 all day. We'll have one in Africa, one in Asia, and one at the garden. We'll leave every 30 minutes all day till 4:45 on the weekend, 3:45 during the week. You buy the bracelet with the trains on it before noon. It gets you in the garden, the zoo, the aquarium, on all 3 trains all day long. Now coming up over that fence, that ain't part of our zoo. That's the oldest public swimming pool in Albuquerque. They're only open Memorial Day through Labor Day. They just shut it down last Sunday. They opened up this swimming pool in 1958. It is the oldest public pool. They had to open it up due to Tingley Beach. Tingley Beach ran from 1929 to 1950. You could take a boat in it and actually water ski. They shut it down in 1950 due to polio. There was nowhere to swim. They opened up our very first pool. Now you'll come back over the fence. It'll bring you back in. It's our 4 greenhouses where our horticulture crew, they grow all the beautiful flowers, plants, and trees you'll see throughout our zoo. The blue and green building at the front, the biopark office. They support our zoo, our garden, and our aquarium. They have 2 big fundraisers, the River of Lights and the Run for the Zoo. And then every afternoon, I like to remind everybody, we do it all year long, 7 days a week. It is free to everybody. 2 o'clock, the most dangerous animal feeding in all of Africa. That's our hippo feeding. You can line up real close. They have all the hippos come right up to you. They'll get them to open up their mouths. They're going to feed them big old sweet potatoes, lettuce, cabbage. Tell you all about them. And then at 2:30, our polar bear feeding. 3:30, the seals and sea lions. They're all free enjoy all year long. The only 2 we charge at $2 Memorial Day through Labor Day. That'll be the giraffes at 12 noon to 1:30. And the lorikeets will have one in the morning at 10 to 11:30. A second at 2 to 3. So you still have a little time to catch the lorikeets. And we ask if you all are going to come on down to catch our train or enjoy the yellow buds. Please use the little cottonwood pathway. Use our depot, stay as long as you like. We ask that everybody please stay off the little tiny road in the front. We sure have a lot of traffic through here and we want you all to have a safe day. They're going to be awake for a good 15 hours. Unlike over in Australia, the little koala bear does just the opposite. It'll only be awake for 4 and sleep for 20. So enjoy the girls. They'll be rotating them out in about an hour. They'll bring the boys around. We're going to be heading back into the zoo, taking you back to Betty and Wilson, the Bactrian camels. Now the country they come from in Asia is Mongolia, where they have to survive very severe winters. Now they can withstand 30 below zero, 120 above, and it doesn't even faze them. Even in a severe windstorm will not matter. Well, the reason why, they are one of the very few mammals equipped with 2 2 sets of eyelashes. They will close the first set. If the sand is getting in, they're going to close a second set. It stops all the sand getting in, but it allows them to see. They have 2 sets of eyelashes. And you'll notice Wilson's humps are laid over. We don't want our camels carrying 300 pounds of excess weight. So we feed them twice a day, and then we give them browse and treats 4 times a day, keeping them happy and healthy at the zoo. They got Miss Betty laying in the sand pile. The pathway in and out of Africa, I've been to the elephant watering hole. The children's playground, it's a lot of fun, enjoy. We do have the water jet right here to the back. If you get a little warm, you can sure play and cool off, enjoy, it'll run all summer long. And then the light brown building will be right at the end. That's going to be our life on the limb. You'll go inside, you get a look for toads, frogs, salamanders, newts. See what you can find life on the limb. They have frogs in there, they change red, blue, yellow, green, enjoy life on the limb. And then the Cottonwood Cafe, don't forget the catwalk. You'll come out at the far side at the kangaroos, the koalas, the flamingos, the carousel. They had a grand opening, less than 8 months old. They have about 30 of our zoo animal figures on there. The majority of them are on the endangered list. Pick your favorite and go for a ride. Now we're going to be heading back into Africa and Australia. On your left-hand side through the double gate as we cross over, we'll have our 6 zebras, 3 males, 3 females. Now they feed them breakfast and dinner at the far left-hand corner. They do head up and water here in a watering hole at about 1 to 1:30. And then next to the zebras, we're going to have 2 sandhill cranes. They were rescued by the New Mexico Fish and Game. And then the 20 black-tailed prairie dogs. They are 2 of the 5 that do not hibernate. Looks like we got a couple of the zebras right here on your left-hand side. And then we have a few to the back. They have made their way down for some water already. Looks like 3 to the back. I can see 2 right here through the gate. The sandhill crane are hiding right through the little gate. The black-tailed prairie dogs, you got a few in the dinner house. Now the brown building is Australia. You'll leave our train, take the pathway down, go in the front of that brown building. You'll go through our little budgie parakeets. There'll be the little blue ones, yellow ones, green ones. You're going to find our 1 koala bear, 1 tree kangaroo, 2 turtles, 2 parrots, and a rainbow fish exhibit, all in the brown building from Australia. Now right to the front of it, you're going to find our 4 Tasmanian devils. For the longest time, we were one of 2 zoos in the whole United States to have them. San Diego is the first, we are the second. We've now added 3 new zoos. There's 5 zoos throughout the United States that have Tasmanian devils. Now the 2 Tasmanian wombats that'll be right to the front. They each have their own yard and house. They're very, very special. We are the only zoo in the whole United States to have them. Now other zoos have wombats, but they're not from Tasmanian Island. We are the only. Our zoo sits on over 64 acres out of the thousands of zoos throughout our United States. Albuquerque's in the top 10. We're very proud of our zoo. Let's see if the twins are still playing. Desi for the desert and Rio for the Rio Grande. You got 3 girls against the wall, and the twins are hiding in the tube. One just peeked out as you're going by. Growler, digger, and moosehead, the beautiful African hunting dogs. Your dog has 5 toes, they only have 4. They don't have a dew claw, they can run 30 miles an hour for over 6 miles without stopping. They are on the endangered list. Enjoy growler, digger, and moosehead. The brown building, Australia. Right to the top of the hill, the 4 Tasmanian devils, the 2 Tasmanian wombats. Right to the left of it, you'll find a brand new baby lever, about 4 months old, a little black and white one. The screened off building on the right-hand side, there's two brand new Tamra frog-mouth birds. These birds have a 6-inch bullfrog mouth. They're from Tasmanian Island. And then on the left-hand side, they're going to be doing the second feeding on the lorikeets. There'll be a black and white kookaburra from Australia in with them. The second largest bird in the world, an emu. They stand 4 feet tall, weigh over 100 pounds. They can run 30 miles an hour. They are a flightless bird. The ostrich is the largest, 300 pounds. And now our last exhibit. That's going to be a Simang, also known as a Gibbonsary lesserate. Now they stand 3 feet tall. They are black and gray in color with a 5-foot arm span. Now the reason that they're a lesserate and they're not a monkey, well, monkeys have tails and apes do not. Therefore, the Simang, they are a lesserate. Now they'll spend most of their lifetime in the top of the jungle, about 150 feet high. They go through the jungle at over 30 miles an hour with the babies clinging to them. It took us over 1 year to find out our baby was a girl. Mom would not let no one handle her. She is a girl. She is now 2.5 years old. Her name is Chica. They blow their neck up like a howler monkey, but they're a lesserate. When they howl out, you will hear them 3 miles in every direction. There are 9 different species. We have the largest of the 9, and they're only 3 feet tall. They're playing right here under the bridge. Chica's hanging at the top. Mom and Dad are at the ground. Don't forget that brand new baby Kid Springer antelope, about 12 days old. We're now heading back into the depot. I need everybody to please remain seated till we come to a complete stop. I'll get your ropes with for you. Those with throwers and wagons to the back, the rest to the front. And I sure want to thank each and every one of you for riding our Thunderbird. And I hope you have a beautiful day at our Rio Grande Zoo.